In this video, we share another clip from our Facebook Live where we talk about the Writing Question 1 lecture. And the first thing that you're going to learn is the structure of the lecture that you're going to hear for writing question number 1, the understanding of its connection to the article that you also read so that you're able to understand better to improve your score. In addition, you're going to learn how to take notes in a really clear and effective way. And finally, we're going to give you an example lecture to practice everything that you learned with. So again, hope you enjoy. After the 3-minute reading, what you're going to do is you're going to get a lecture that basically counters or opposes that reading. It's been that way for the TOEFL for, ever since we started teaching it, ever since it came out. Almost 15 years now. So this question is designed to test your ability to express contrasting ideas. So it's nothing crazy. The lecture counters the reading, right? Opposes it, gives a different idea. So your understanding of the reading and your notes on the reading are going to help you understand the lecture because you know very clearly whatever the author presents, the professor is going to say, well, that may be true, but there's this other thing the author didn't consider that makes their point and claim in the introduction incorrect. Or they're just going to say, this point of support the author gives is completely wrong. Here's why. So reading, getting an idea, comprehending, visualizing, seeing and understanding the argument of the author prepares you for the lecture because you know what's going to go against it. So you do need to really prepare yourself for, I'm curious. The author made some very good points. You want to think that way. He or she really established a good idea, so I want to hear and take notes on how the professor contrasted this, because if you're curious, you'll understand better. And so again, you take notes in the 4 boxes as you hear the lecture, because they're going to do their best to try to guide you, first. So when the author says this, blah, 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 first, and then third, so there's a little structure to what you hear. So you'll kind of know when when the professor is moving from one point to the next. So scratch paper ready. Let's hear that professor. You're going to see the transcript on the screen, but I don't want you to see it on the screen. It'll be there for you to review because this recording will be uploaded for you to review in the future. So I want you to take notes the best you can. Here we go, starting now. We begin. Now, the article implies that reducing the work week by a day would be beneficial for both employees and businesses. Okay, true. There would be some benefits, but not nearly enough to justify such a dramatic change. The arguments made by the author are weak and unconvincing. First off, true. Taking away a working day will reduce the amount of money spent on gas. But by how much? Most people drive about 30 miles to get to work. On average, that will total something like $15 to $20 in gas money. Money saved by not working a day, that's a savings of about $850 a year. Is that enough to justify such a dramatic change to the overall structure of the business work week? Not to me. The next point, about lowering the operating costs of businesses, is misguided. Think about it. If a business is open 5 days during the week and it cuts its working week to 4, it could lose up to 20% of its business, even though it'll be open 2 more hours during those 4 days. Those 2 hours will occur late in the evening, a time when most potential customers will have gone home and no longer want to do business. Saving a few $100s on operating costs won't justify losing up to 20% of your business. Third, a 4-day work week won't significantly add to an employee's time with family. With a 4-day work week, employees will work 10-hour days. Consequently, those with young children will have to find daycare facilities that are open late into the evening, a very difficult and possibly stressful task. And for those with children old enough to be in school, their added day off won't be with their children since they will be in school for the first half of the day. Okay. The end. That concludes our clip from the class. I hope you learned something, feel more confident about your success. Keep studying hard. Know your dream score is coming.